We got a brand new Jordan comfort shoe. Even though they kind of look just like the Jordan Stadium 90, it is a different model. Even though I thought they were the same thing, I thought they were just renaming something for some weird reason, but it's different. So here we go. Review starts now. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. This is the Jordan Comfort Era, a brand new, whatever you want to call it, sneaker, just comfortable daily use sneaker. I don't know. It's not a retro. It's not a performance shoe. It's just supposed to be a daily casual beater. I did use these casually so far. I wanted to really like test out the comfort. So we went on like some really long ass walks, and let me tell you right now, they're not made for that. They are just made for regular stuff. Like, I don't know, going to work, going to the grocery store, not long walks, but they're not a horrible shoe, so there's that. I was able to grab these over at Kicks Crew. However, I have been seeing them slowly release at certain US retailers, so wherever it is that you want to find them from, feel free, but we'll have a link down below in the description, just in case you were interested in checking them out. And yes, these hoodies are still available. They are available over at senseapparel.com exclusively, and they are available in some really limited numbers now. So if you have not grabbed one, do so before it's too late. Once they're gone, they're gone. Now the box I really like. I know that that's something stupid to say when we're talking about shoes, but you know, this is a sneaker channel and we cover all bases, at least as much as we can. So I like the Jordan 6 style box, or whatever it is that you want to call it, this 90s era. And that is one of the shoes that they're actually pulling from. And they show you that when you open up the box lid. So you see where there are Jordan 1 isms, you see where there's Jordan 6 isms. And I think that that's cool because somebody actually took the time to design these things and did so with some purpose in mind of playing to Jordan Brand's heritage without it being a full-on hybrid. Now the outsole right here is pretty basic. Again, this is not a performance shoe, so this is not supposed to be for basketball or for running or for golf or any of that stuff. It's not a cross-training shoe. This is just a comfortable daily shoe. You know what I mean? Like I said, going to work, if you work somewhere like, I don't know, Safeway, this might not be too bad. But either way, we've got a almost full slab of rubber. They do cut it out right there at the arch just to reduce a little bit of weight. And then there are some flex points there in the forefoot as well.
Check this out.
That rubber does wrap up to the toe box area, so kind of reminiscent of an Air Jordan 3, an Air Jordan 4, and it is stitched on there as well, so there's that. So it's gonna be very durable, and it's gonna be great at protecting the material behind it. Now the materials are interesting, but we'll get into that in a second. The comfort aspect though comes from the cushioning, which there really is none, which is kind of strange because I think that Stadium 90 shoe, didn't that use like Formula 23 or something like that? Like they were really like touting that Formula 23 foam compound up for a while, and where is it? You know what I mean? Like what makes these more comfortable? There's no Cushlon, nothing, it's just EVA. And when I look up product descriptions on other retailer sites, it simply states soft foam midsole. That's really descriptive. So yeah, it's not the most comfortable shoe. I will say that right now. They are a very neutral shoe, and you could definitely increase the comfort a little bit by swapping out the insole if you wanted to. The insole is a definite piece of shit. So I would take that out before wearing them and put in whatever else that you wanted. It's not something that's fully required or needed or anything like that to make them wearable. They're wearable just as is. It's just that if you wanted them to actually be like more comfortable, like remember the Comfort 11s? It's kind of like a running looking shoe. Those were hella comfortable. You know what I mean? Like that felt like a bouncy shoe. These just feel kind of underwhelming in terms of the comfort line. Like it doesn't feel like it matches, you know what I mean? Like this feels just like a, I don't know, like this should have been like 50 bucks max. They don't feel special.
Jordan Brand would never allow it.
A $50 shoe?
Yeah.
I know. I mean, they'll get there.
Oh, I know, but not to start.
I know, but still, like, come on. You've got other shoes, you know what I mean? Like, it's so hard to do something like this where you got multiple product lines and they're literally cannibalizing one another. You can look at this shoe and be like, why didn't this shoe get whatever that shoe got and they were in the same price range? Who f***ing knows? I will say though that as far as looks go, they do really remind me of the Air Jordan 6, especially right here in the heel, although they kind of remind me of the Air Jordan 3 a little bit, but they're really pulling from the Air Jordan 6. If you look at the heel line as well as the forefoot and everything, they're really pulling or drawing from that. But they also are shaped very similarly to an Air Jordan 3 or 4 midsole too, so you know. Now the upper is probably the best aspect of the shoe just because that's where at least where I think the comfort's coming from. It's definitely not underfoot, it's around the foot. So the main base layer is textile. It's all mesh everything. It's very light, it's very airy. The toe isn't super spacious, but it's also not narrow by any means. So I think that it's gonna be, you know, pretty accommodating for most people and most foot shapes and stuff like that. It kind of is what it is. You remember that shoe that me and you both liked? It was called the Jordan Eclipse, I think. They had like a foam midsole, outsole, and then just a basic mesh upper.
They're kind of like Jordan Brand's Roshi.
Yes, that's what this feels like, but with some overlays on there. Like that's kind of what they remind me of in both under and around the foot feel. Although those had Zoom Air in them, these don't. But yeah, you got multiple different styles of textile and mesh, all of which do basically the same thing. They're just flexible, they don't require much break-in time, and they offer a lot of airflow as well. And before I get too far ahead of myself, you got some 3M reflective strips right here at the toe, as well as the forefoot. But again, not a performance shoe, not a performance feature, but it is cool, and it points towards Jordan brand heritage. The rest of the build is synthetic and genuine leathers, but the cheapest version of a genuine leather that you could find. So basically the smallest amounts or traces of leather that you could put in a shoe where you still have to be like, hey, guess what? That's leather. It's not vegan friendly. That's this right here. Everything feels super synthetic though. So the top coat, like the coloring, the nubuck, all of that stuff, that's what it is. Basically it's a synthetic nubuck. It's not like a really nice genuine nubuck, but there are animal pieces in it. You know what I mean? So again, they have to say that it's leather. I'm sure this will be different on select colorways, but for this particular colorway, that is what it is. The swoosh is even synthetic too. It's a synthetic suede. So that actually is not animal material, but basically the main body does have traces of animal in it. I do really like though this little plastic piece at the forefoot, something small, something stupid, but I dig it. And obviously, like they pointed towards in the box lid, this is heavily influenced by the Jordan 1 as well as the Air Jordan 6. But yeah, you can see right here though on the back, they do feature the Nike logo, but it does not say Nike Air. You know why?
Because there's no air in it.
Correct, there's no tech in this thing. So that's one of those things where it's cool that they put that on there. It's cool that they pulled it from the Air Jordan 6, but it's not cool that there's not actual air in there, because a Nike Air logo would go a long way versus just a simple Nike logo. Now the tongue I do actually like. This is pulled from the Air Jordan 1, at least like primarily the mids, you know what I mean? Like not the Air Jordan 1 OG or OG highs or any of that stuff, or the 85s. But either way, you got a mixture between mesh and nylon. There's enough padding in there to make it comfortable as well. I love the flight patch that's on there. The Jordan Flight look looks amazing. So yeah, I don't think that this is a bad shoe. I just think that it's an underwhelming shoe. I think that this is a good outlet, steep clearance type of pickup. Now in terms of fit, I would go true to size. If you're a wide footer, again, that mesh base should break in for you. So true to size for most and you should be fine. And again, as far as the comfort level or the comfort aspect, and I only say this because it's a comfort series shoe, it's just not up to snuff in terms of the other comfort models in terms of comfort. They've come out with way more comfortable stuff in the comfort line than this. So a little disappointing there. But with all of that being said, what is today's user submitted question of the day?
If you could put together a basketball team of fictional players, who would be your starting 5, including yourself and a 6th man? And no, you can't put Space Jam's MJ or LeBron James.
Okay, so what did we say? Starting 5?
So basically you're picking 5 players, 4 to be with you, and then you have a 6th man.
Oh, I'm on the team?
Yeah, you've made the team.
It said that in there?
It
Are you
did.
sure it didn't say pick 5 players, it said pick 4?
If you could put together a basketball team of fictional players, who would be your starting 5, including yourself and a 6th man? So you are one of the starting 5.
Oh man, so I only get 5 picks.
Yes, God.
But I'm not fictional, I'm real.
It's your team.
Can I just be the coach?
No,
Fine, I'd pick Batman.
he's not a basketball player.
It said fictional characters. Who the fuck else are we picking? Like Bugs Bunny? Like, I'm not doing that. I want to win.
I thought
Batman
it would
is
be
a master
like,
strategist.
Isn't that Donnie right there wearing a basketball clothes?
I'm not picking a Ninja Turtle. This is my team.
What about Air Bud?
And if I could pick a Ninja Turtle, why can't I pick Batman?
Because I've never seen Batman in a basketball. I've seen Batman in a lot of different costumes, but I've never seen him in a basketball jersey.
Well, you have now. Anyways, Batman, I'd pick Spider-Man. Yep, going with that one. Twip, twip. Let's go. I would also choose Little Bow Wow. Don't laugh.
An Air Bud?
No, from Like Mike.
I know. So Air Bud too?
No. I didn't pick the dog.
He
I
makes
just picked
everything.
No, I'm just saying, but he's got to come with the shoes though. Okay, so there's 3 plus me, a 5th person, probably the Flash.
Flash Thompson?
No, the Flash. Okay, DC, the Flash. 6th man, it might be Mr. Fantastic or Plastic Man. I'm not sure which one. I think I might go Plastic Man because he's crazy, but I want to go with Mr. Fantastic because he's smart. Actually, I will go Mr. Fantastic even though Plastic Man can do more things. So I believe that that would be my 5 plus me.
Okay.
Can I just be the 6th man? I am not needed on this squad. Trust me.
You need to run point.
No, that's what I got the Flash for. Keep up with
He's your
them.
point?
He wouldn't be?
I don't know. He'd be faster than the guys moving down the court.
Fine. I would be Batman and I would just heave it towards the basket and
You
the
are
Flash.
not Batman.
I would have Batman
Okay.
heave it towards the basket and the Flash would just beat everybody and get an alley-oop.
So you're cherry picking.
That's not cherry picking.
Is it not?
No.
I feel like in your league they do a lot of cherry picking.
They do, but that's that's when somebody's not playing defense and they run back real quick. You can, Flash is already there. That's not cherry picking. That's just powers. That's called being smart. But what about you guys? If you can pick a starting 5, but the 5 has to include you, and then a 6-man, all fictional characters, sound off below and let me know what your team would look like. On top of all of that, what do you think about the Jordan Comfort Era? Is it a great shoe? Is it a slight disappointment? If you own them, you would be the best one to know along with myself. I'd like to know your thoughts, so sound off below and let us know. Thank you so much for being here and spending your time with us. We really appreciate it. We will catch you guys on the next one. So until then, you guys have a good one.